What's up, fellow agents? It's your boy 0011 back at you with another recap and review of Agents of Shield Spacetime. This week opens up with a homeless man making wooden ramen in an alley. The shop owner comes out and tells him he's about to open up, so he needs to leave. There's a shelter down the block. Here, take some money for breakfast. No, I don't want any trouble. When the shop owner accidentally touches the man, all of a sudden he receives a whole bunch of future visions. Daisy, help, save me, please. This is when I die. Pan to the bridge aboard the shield ship. Shield monitors. Emergency dispatch. Yep, that's how we're always first on the scene. Daisy looks at Coulson. You're coming too? Good, we could use the extra muscle. Well, he's the only one with muscle, but I'm coming anyways. Oh, Coulson, you're still a total badass too. And how about when that Quinjet took off from the shield ship? That looks so dope. So we get to Diker Heights, New York, where the shop is, and the possessed owner is going nuts. I'm not crazy, this is happening. How do you know my name, Edwin? Asked Daisy. 'Cause you said it. Just now. I saw it. This moment. Charles the homeless guy put a curse on me. Switch scenes to Neo Hive Ward meeting with Malik, and we find out Malik has $9.2 billion, and it's not enough. Give me $9.2 billion, and I assure you it'd be enough. But Malik wants more. Power, true power. How's that sound? It's time to go above ground. I'll show you what true power feels like. I'm actually liking this new Hive Ward character. My whole face was covered in, is this even possible? And Fitz tries to break down science. There is no time. Time is an illusion. Simmons, it's mathematics he's talking about. Space-time. Jim said, what? How can I explain this? You're hurting my brain. I still don't understand. And once again, the team is awed by Fitz's superior knowledge. No, not really. They're just used to it. You're the man, Fitz. I've got to admit, this time stuff's always been a little over my head. Like in Terminator when... I've never seen the Terminator. You're off the team. So they find out where Charles lived, and they're going to bring his wife in for questioning, but before Lincoln leaves, he tells Coulson, don't worry about me, I'd worry about you. Why? Because Daisy saw me shoot her? No, because I'd kill you if you did. Oh, ho, ho. Switch to Daisy, Fitz, and Simmons trying to deconstruct Daisy's vision so they can try to prevent them and find out where they took Charles. Fitz says he's retasked the SHIELD servers to try to find the building, and May freaks. Not all of them. Gemma tells the team her and May have built a similar algorithm looking for Lash. Gemma asks May, do you think we can do it? Change the future? May replies, the real feat would be changing the past. She's still having a real hard time coping with all the things Andrew/Lash has done. So they bring in Charles's wife, and Daisy says it's you from one of her visions, and the wife replies, you touched him, didn't you? So Daisy interviews her and hears about all the hardships of living with someone who sees future deaths every time he touches someone, and why he had to leave. Then we switch to one of my favorite scenes in the entire show. Malik and Ward Hive in a business meeting telling the CEO of the company that made Coulson's hand that they're going to buy the company. Of course the guy tells Malik, you got balls, but piss off. Watching that CEO's whole tone change when they bring in the seer to touch him to show him what will happen was sweet. So he signs over the company, and Ward gets evil anyway. I'm sorry, you misunderstood. I told you I was going to show you what was going to happen. Yep, this new Hive Ward is pretty sick. So Malik asks Hive Ward, what did we go through all this trouble for? And Ward tells him to put on the exoskeleton suit that just arrived in the room. It's the one thing you want that money can't buy. Power. Put that on and you'll feel what we have. True power. Cut to Daisy and May arguing about who should be going on the mission, and they agree to try and train May to see what's coming through Daisy's visions. Sound weird? It's the future, man! So they set up the room that May has to break into to practice, and Coulson says we should practice every moment of our life like this. It was definitely a very fun scene to watch. Back to Ward and Malik has found a new toy. He's walking around the boardroom, Hulk smashing things and flipping over huge tables, feeling the power. But Ward says if you want to feel true power, crush him. Everything that happens in this boardroom is some of the most gruesome shit that's ever happened on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Back to the training room with Fitz and the team, and I just love how Fitz checks the sights on his finger gun before moving into place. Bang bang, and we get to see Agent May in action. Well, kinda. It's only practice, but she still looks badass. Sir, we found the building. It's a quick half-moon pan shot of all our stars to get in a quick one-liner and on to the mission. We have an intruder. Lash! Where you been, buddy? Well, kinda. It's actually Andrew coming to tell May that he thinks he's about to turn for the last time. And cut to commercial. No! I'll go. You're not unstoppable, Daisy. I'm willing to put that to the test. Hey, since Bobby's not here, I'm the only one that's qualified. We miss you, Bobby and Hunter. Everybody stays back at HQ. I can handle this. Oh, Daisy, you are no Black Widow. So it's time to board the plane, and Coulson comes out and says, "Watch your back, and for God's sakes, be careful out there, Sky." "It's Daisy, sir," and then puts a friendly hand on his shoulder. What's that? This guy saved your life more times than I can count, and basically finished raising you, and you pat him on the shoulder like a good little puppy? This is 2 weeks in a row, and I just don't know what's going on with Daisy. Maybe she's just having worse Bobby and Hunter withdrawals than I am. Switch to May entering into the cell to talk to Andrew, and she is not smiling. "If you could go back and change the past, would you?" "Yes, but I want this monster in Shield's hands, because despite knowing I was wrong, I still feel what I was doing was for an important reason." "So do I, Lash, so do I." May says that's the monster talking, but I feel as though he's fighting for a cause we don't quite yet understand. Switch to Fitz, and we're tapped in. It's a pirated wireless signal, so touch and go. They see Jair, and just when Coulson says, "Maybe you're all crazy, and nothing we see here is going to make any sense," enter, is that Ward? Unfortunately, I think that is something else. Back to May and Andrew reminiscing, with Andrew saying, "Right here is where I'm supposed to be." Over to Daisy, who's now standing in for May, who was standing in for Daisy, and it's time to see if all that practice paid off. Zip, boom, pow, going well so far, and shit, one-way mirror. And before the bad guy behind the mirror can shoot Daisy, in comes Coulson to save the day. Again. How many is that now, Daisy? Get to the roof. What are you gonna do? Find Grant Ward. Yeah, the day got a lot more weird. Well, we're back from commercial, and it looks as if Jair's allegiance has changed. He tells Ward that Malik has escaped in the company helicopter, but they should go another way if S.H.I.E.L.D. is present. Should I give the order to kill any S.H.I.E.L.D. agents? Only if they're human. Sounds like Hive Ward wants Daisy just like Evil Ward did. And again, I really like the way this actor is playing. I mean, yet another twist in personality in the same character from the same actor. He's doing a great job this year. I'm glad they kept him around. He is absolutely killing all his roles. Back to May and Andrew to see if Gemma's antidote worked, and it's not looking good. Onto a rooftop where Daisy sees the helicopter Malik wants to escape on, and pow! Face blast! Malik punches Daisy right in the face. Ouch! Then proceeds to keep on punching her with his new exoskeleton super strength. Then we see how Lincoln's face gets all bloody as Jair uses his power to smash a fire extinguisher into his temple. Then back to May and Andrew having to bolt into the lockdown cell because the change is coming. Then back to the rooftop for some more women beating, with Malik feeling the power. Oh, it's gonna be fun to watch him get his. Quick flashes of Charles feeling bad, Fritz trying to contact Coulson, Gemma having an awful thought, and Coulson telling Lincoln to pull out. Yeah, that's what she said. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Back to May and Andrew touching hands through the cell glass, and boom! The change is real. Welcome back, Lash. I missed you. When that hand started turning blue, I was like, yes! Oh, seeing the devastation and heartbreak on May's face, then over to Daisy getting repeatedly smashed in the face, it was sad, but truly no Bobby and Hunter moment. Finally, the Inhuman decides to do something and touches Malik. Malik grabs him and starts choking him out. Daisy uses a last gasp tremor blast to shoot Malik into a wall, and Charles falls limp next to Daisy. We then switch back to Jim and Fitz, and at first I thought this was a completely gratuitous scene, but after rewatching it a second time, I realize it's foreshadowing. I guess some things are inevitable. Back to the rooftop, and Daisy touches Charles one more time. That sounds so weird. This time she gets a vision of an empty cockpit of a ship with blood and a necklace and what seems to be a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent floating through the cabin. But then the vision ends before we see who it is. But the way Charles said "I'm sorry" after the vision, it made it seem like it might be Daisy. I'm thinking how it seemed to be in the future, and he was talking about her protecting his daughter. Maybe it's Daisy's future daughter? I know it's kind of a long shot, but let me know down below who you think the agent floating on that ship was. So all in all, not a bad show. I love that surprise ending and everything that happened with Ward in the boardroom. That was just awesome. I mean, it lagged in a few spots and needs to clean a few things up, but for the most part, it was a way entertaining show. I liked it and definitely a step in the right direction from last week. So yeah, and if you guys saw the previews for next week, that looks totally dope with Ward changing into the octopus, and yeah, he's going straight Hydra next week. So yeah, looking forward to that. So until then, agent out.